Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there was a little village called Willowbrook. It was a cheerful place, with flowers blooming in every color and birds singing sweet songs. But there was one thing that made the villagers whisper and peek around corners: the witches of Willowbrook. Now, these weren't your scary broomstick-riding witches with warts on their noses. No! The witches were known for their wonderful magic and quirky personalities. There were 3 of them: Hazel, the wise one, Fern, the playful one, and Clover, the dreamer. They lived together in a cozy cottage at the edge of a sparkling blue lake. One sunny morning, as the sun peeked over the hills, Hazel said, "Today is perfect for an adventure. Let's make something magical." Fern clapped her hands excitedly. "Ooh, can we turn clouds into candy?" Clover's eyes sparkled with ideas. "How about we create rainbows that dance?" The witches giggled and twirled in circles. They decided to go to the enchanted forest to gather ingredients for their magic. "Let's go," Hazel said, waving her wand like a conductor leading an orchestra. As they walked through the lush green trees, they met a curious little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was munching on an acorn when he spotted the witches. He chattered excitedly. "What are you up to? Are you going to cast spells?" "Indeed we are," Fern said with a wink. "Would you like to join us?" "Oh yes! I want to help!" squeaked Sammy, jumping up and down. So off they went together. They gathered moonflowers that glowed softly and giggling mushrooms that tickled their toes when they touched them. Clover picked some shiny pebbles that sparkled like stars. "Look!" she exclaimed, holding them up high. "They'll make our magic shine!" After collecting all their treasures, they found a clearing filled with shimmering sunlight. "This is the perfect spot," Hazel declared. She waved her wand and said, "Let's mix our ingredients." The witches began swirling their items together in a big pot they had brought along. "Stir it 3 times, Fern instructed, her eyes twinkling with mischief. 1, 2, 3, sang Clover as she swirled her wand. Suddenly, there was a loud pop! A cloud of glittery smoke erupted from the pot. Sammy squealed in surprise as he jumped back. "Uh-oh," said Hazel with a laugh. "I think we added too much sparkle." The smoke cleared, revealing colorful shapes floating in the air. There were candy clouds that smelled like cotton candy and dancing rainbows swirling around like ribbons. "Oh, wow!" gasped Sammy. "This is amazing!" The witches laughed joyfully as they watched their creation come to life. The candy clouds bounced playfully towards them. "Catch one!" Fern shouted, leaping into the air. The clouds floated close and everyone started playing tag with them. Sammy darted back and forth while Hazel tried to catch a pink cloud tickling his nose. I got it! Sammy squeaked triumphantly. But just then he tripped over his own paws and tumbled into a pile of marshmallow fluff. Everyone burst into laughter. Sammy looked so funny with fluff sticking to his fur. "Don't worry," Clover said cheerfully as she helped him up. "You look great!" After playing for what felt like hours, the sun began to set behind the trees, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. The witches knew it was time to head home, but wanted to share their magic with everyone in Willowbrook. With a wave of their wands and some special words only witches knew, which sounded quite like giggles, they sent candy clouds floating back towards the village. "Goodbye!" shouted Sammy as he waved his tiny paws. "This was the best day ever." As they returned home, Hazel smiled at her friends. "We brought joy to Willowbrook today." "Yes," Fern added happily. "And we had fun too!" Clover nodded with dreamy eyes. "Let's do this again tomorrow." That night, as stars twinkled above and children drifted off to sleep with sweet dreams of candy clouds dancing in their heads, the witches snuggled up in their cozy cottage by the lake. And from that day on, whenever someone saw fluffy clouds in the sky or tasted candy from trees, they knew it was just another magical adventure brought by Hazel, Fern, Clover, and their new friend Sammy. And so, dear friends, remember, magic is everywhere if you believe. And sometimes it just takes a bit of imagination and maybe some dancing rainbows to find it. The end!